Hello everybody, me stands for Trading More. Forgive me for that. My mum was still running a bath. It's typical. She always has a bath when I'm doing a live stream. But yeah, so you're gonna have to. My glasses, they're broken. So before we start, we're gonna discuss the fact that my glasses are broken. So I'm not gonna wear them mainly because I don't want to wear them with this bloody hideous sellotape which my mum put on. But thankfully, I do have an eye appointment, sight test on Thursday. It was supposed to be Wednesday, but that's been pushed back to Thursday now. And hopefully, I'll be getting some new glasses within the next week or two. And these broken things can disappear. I'll tell you a story actually. The other night, actually, I was doing I just finished watching. What was it I was watching? I think it was Britain's Got Talent. And then I finished watching it, and then I took my glasses off, and I don't know how, but all of a sudden this arm just snaps off. And I thought at first it was just the arm, but no, apparently I've snapped the part of the frame off. I went into my local opticians, and they've told me that it's actually the part of the frame which was snapped off, and they don't do that frame anymore. It's been discontinued. So, to cut a long story short, I wouldn't be able to get glasses in this type, but I've got a sight test on Thursday, and hopefully I'll be able to get some new glasses in a week or two. So just bear with me. So this may be a bit different because I don't have the glasses. I will try and wear them at times just to help me see better, but you'll just have to ignore the silly sellotape on there. And then that's a troll. That is. Oh God. That guy really has no life. Hello Ruben, welcome, thanks for coming in, do hope you're doing okay. And hi Colin, welcome, thanks for coming in. And 345 Bays in the chat as well, so welcome. I'll give it a few more minutes for people to join. And then we're going to be doing a Q&A. And then Ruben will be, you're getting ready for bed. Oh, that's fine, no worries. But yeah, and I'm thinking as well, 345 Bay, I'm probably going to go for a different colour besides green. And this will probably surprise you guys, because I know I've had green glasses for a long time now. But I'm actually going to yeah, no. I'm going to go for probably a black or blue pair. I'm probably not going to get another green pair, to be honest with you, because I'm not one of these people that likes to get designer glasses, especially if I've had blooming problems with accidentally breaking my glasses. I don't want to accidentally break an expensive pair. I already have to have them expensive anyway, because I have to get the special tint and glare because of my eye condition, so I don't want to get a bloody expensive pair, so I'll probably just get some just basic blue or black ones, to be honest with you. But anyway, welcome to the live stream, everybody. Make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up and a shout out. I was debating whether or not I should still do this live stream today, because I was thinking, oh God, if I've got no glasses, because usually when I've got no glasses, it means I get headaches. But thankfully, I've been all good and haven't really been getting a headache. But mainly because I've been trying to wear them with the sellotape on for now. But still, it's no good with sellotape because the arm still wobbles. But anyway, we'll wait for a few more people to join and make sure I've got this fully shared out. I just went ahead and shared it on Twitter. I do appreciate anyone that shared me out. So make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up and a share out as well. Would appreciate it. Yeah, it was about a year, 345 Bay. I think I got them at the end of the third lockdown, I think it was. So back in March 2021, I got these ones. I just be fair. But I was due an eye test anyway. In fact, I was late for my eye test. They sent me a letter for an eye test. I think it was at the beginning of May, and I kept on forgetting to book myself in. And then until the other day, my mum was like, "Have you booked your eye test in yet?" And I'm like, "Oh sugar, yeah, I need to book it in." And then I go ahead and snap my blooming arm off the glasses. So good job, I've got an eye test booked in. Hello, natural Jamaican vegan. Welcome. Thanks for being in. Do hope you're doing okay. And thanks very much for the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. But they're from Specsavers. I've always gone to Specsavers since I was a kid. 345 Bay, I have. But yeah, I know there's a few opticians, isn't there? You've got Specsavers, Vision Express. I'm just trying to think. You've also got Boots as well. These are UK opticians. I'm not sure what the opticians are like over in the States and how that works if you get your eyes tested. But here we have opticians. We do. Right, we got my chat. Fanatic guy, welcome. Thanks for coming in. We're doing okay. And then, you know anyone who has an iPhone 6 or iPhone 6s? If so, tell them they won't be receiving iOS 16. I did actually have an old iPhone 6s. It was years ago now. I don't even know what I did with it. But I don't have one of them phones now. I've got this is my old phone. I've got this is my. Did you just swear? So this is my iPhone 11. I don't really use that much these days. It's kind of just more of a backup phone because obviously I upgraded the phone and now I'm on an iPhone 12. And I've got this iPhone for the next 2 years. I have as part of my contract. So probably next year it'll be when I'll probably get whatever phone's out. Should have gone to Specsavers. Yeah, we're not sponsored by Specsavers. But I didn't know that Fanatic guy that we're not getting the new update. That's weird. I actually need to upgrade. The annoying thing is I don't get why they tell you you've got an update and then 2 weeks later your phone's got another bloody update. Like, how many updates do they want to do? God, I can't make the mind up how many updates. I'm gonna move that cushion along. How many updates I've got to do? And so yeah. Hello, all that Stuart, welcome, thanks for coming in, hope you're doing okay. And Mr. Bubbles is in the house as well, so welcome, thanks for coming in. And yes, do apologise guys, I've got no glasses because as you can see, the arm snapped off them. Happened, when did this happen actually? Oh god, oh it was Friday night, yeah, so I was watching Britain's Got Talent. I might actually talk about Britain's Got Talent as well because has everybody watched it before I do any spoilers? But I did actually. Britain's Got Talent was for me. It wasn't the best one. The best Britain's Got Talent this year. To be fair, there was only probably about 5, 6, maybe 7 acts I actually liked. To be fair, in Britain's Got Talent, it wasn't the best year for the Britain's Got Talent this year. But I was happy with the top 3. I was. I did actually like the top 3, and to be fair, I think they should make me a judge of Britain's Got Talent because I actually really liked that what's the word? I watched the correct term. The lad with the puppet, Jamie. I actually really liked it. He was actually really talented. He was actually one of my favourites. So I'm kind of glad he got runner up. And the winner, Axel, he did actually make me laugh. It was funny, to be fair. I did like him. And there was a few good ones, to be fair. And then that teacher was also 3rd place. But I also did like Maxwell 4th. And it was kind of a really hard decision for me who's in the top 3. But to be fair, I think the public did choose it rightly. And then I voted for the witch. You voted for the witch 3 for 5. I wasn't a big fan of the witch. The witch. I wasn't a big fan. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the witch. And then you also had that invisible magician, the Phantom, man. I was a bloody. I actually watched a video of how that worked actually as well, and it was actually really weird. Does anybody else watch that? They'll watch a magician on like a Got Talent like contest, and then they'll Google how does this act work. Because that's me. I literally did that. I literally Googled how it works, and it's actually really interesting to see how it actually works. To be fair. And then Optical Express is another opticians and other supermarket opticians. Yeah, I think so, yeah. What? Stop self-promoting your channel. No, stop. No. Stop. Anyway, yeah. My mum's on about her channel, which she hardly posts on. No. I just watch it. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm one of these people that just go ahead and go and watch how the actor works. And make sure you give me a thumbs up, guys, and a shout out. Would appreciate it. Facebook, yeah, we're doing a Q&A as well. So if anybody's got any Q&A questions, feel free to put them in the live chat as well. This is my June 2022 Q&A. I nearly forgot what bloody year we're in then. I nearly said 2023. I'm wishing my life away there. So yeah, this is my June 2022 Q&A. So if anybody's got any questions, sensible questions, not asking me where people live, because I'm not going to answer that. So that weirdo, that troll Michael, go find someone else to go annoy somebody else, because you're not welcome in the in this community, unfortunately, buddy. And you know who you are, and you know you're not welcome. Welcome, Ruben. Thanks for coming in. And hi, Katie. Welcome. It's been a while, Katie. How is your new house? But welcome. When am I next going to London? Now this is the thing, because I do want to go, but I don't know Transport Football Fan, and I'm not going to tell people when I'm going anyway. Even when I know when I'm going to go to London, I'm not going to tell anybody, because I don't want people knowing I'm in London, if that makes any sense. But yeah. Yeah, if anybody does have any questions, feel free to put them in the live chat and give me a thumbs up and a shout out. Would appreciate it. Let's see if we can get some more people in the house tonight. I just blocked that guy you're talking about when it. Yeah, he was in my live chat earlier, Ruben. I blocked him as well. I found it funny how he subscribed to the channel to come in. I've got that subscribers only mode feature on. So he actually subscribed to my channel just to put that stupid comment in. So he can happily unsubscribe now if he wants to. Some people might know who I'm talking about. There was a troll in here earlier, who's a troll in the railway community, who keeps asking for Simon's address, and obviously I don't even know where he lives as well, and I don't know why he's going around asking for people's addresses, because nobody is going to reveal that address on YouTube, and if they do, they're completely stupid, in my opinion. Have you ridden the lift in Dunham? No, I don't think our Dunham has a lift. No, I don't know Dunham doesn't have a lift. I've never ridden a lift in Dunham. No 345 though. But yeah, I'll block that guy now, Ruben. But end of discussion about that guy. We like to keep the live streams positive, hence why I have that subscribers only mode on, because we want to block out any of that nonsense. So, anybody else got any questions, feel free to put them in the live chat as well. And make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up and a shout out as well. Let's try and get to 10 thumbs up tonight, guys. But yeah. Is it worse to get stranded in Poolsworth or out in Austin? I'll probably say Poolsworth. I've never been to either, but I'll probably say Poolsworth, because doesn't Alton and Austin have a return service? So if you got like stuck off one train, you could get back on the other. Oh yeah, but they get cancelled. I'd still say Poolsworth though, Ruben, because what if they completely cancelled all the trains? Just to be fair, but getting stranded in a Liverpool live stream wasn't a big deal at the end of the day. It was just stressful in the moment because nobody knew what was going on. But once we got told that I could get a train to Crewe, it was all a relief. And to be honest with you, I don't get why it took them an hour and a half to think about that plan, because to get me to go to Crewe. Like the 1647 off of Liverpool Line Street, the London Euston Avanti service, it doesn't stop at Crewe on a normal day. And that's the one, spoilers, I got back to Crewe. And I don't want to explain too much because the vlog's still not been released yet. That should be released next week. But, yeah. I got this, because the 1647 doesn't stop at Crewe, and I had a split ticket at Crewe. But then they decided an hour and a half later, which all of a sudden they're going to divert the train via Manchester and now stop it at Crewe. Because I said to the bloke as well, so why can't that train stop at Crewe? Because I said to him, that's going straight to Stafford as well, that's not even stopping at Crewe. And then they decided, you know what, actually, we are going to stop it at Crewe now, and they changed their minds. Oh, good lordy. The lifts in the range and Dunham has the same announcements as the trains in Julie Berry's voice. Does stay 345 there? I never knew that. Are there any new classes of trains you're looking forward to rising on? Yes, there is actually, Colin. And I would have said it would have been the new Avanti trains because they're supposedly getting 805s and 807s. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because I've actually already been on one of the class 800 types with Great Western Railway. I've been on a Great Western Railway IET a few times now. I've never actually been on any of the other 800 or 802 sets, to be fair. I've just been on the Great Western Railway IETs. I've not done any of the LNER Zoomers, etc. But it will be nice when Avanti do have them types of trains because obviously Avanti, London, North West and West Midlands, etc. are my local operators. And I'm also looking forward to the new Class 730s entering service as well, which would be nice. They'll be replacing them crappy old 352s which we all complain about. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that entering service, and also the 196s I'm looking forward to as well. And then what other new trains am I looking forward to? Oh, the new Class 777. I think I said 77. Class 777 Buzzy Bees from Merseyrail. I'm looking forward to them entering service as well. To be fair, because I'm not sure if anybody read. I'm kind of glad I did Liverpool when I did now, because now Merseyrail are apparently having problems with their trains. They are. It was blooming Great Western Railway last year, but now apparently Merseyrail are having problems with their PEPs. They are. But yeah, definitely them ones I'm looking forward to riding, Colin. Yes, Alton and Austin has one service in each direction. Yes, it'd be worse to get stranded in Portsmouth then. It would be. I do actually want to do the Leicester Station and Walkshear Portsmouth one day. It's just the problem is, it's because there's generally no return service. And spoilers, I actually made a vlog recently after I went to see the Platinum Jubilee. After I went to see Britannia, the real charter up in Nuneaton, I actually passed through Portsmouth Station, and I actually mentioned it in my vlog. I said, if this station has a regular service, I would actually film here. I would do that, and that is true. And I said that in my vlog because obviously I passed through it on my train and I even got a shot out the window. And then, yeah. Oh God, no buses. No buses, Ruben. I absolutely hate buses. I'm not a big fan of buses. I only have to get a bus if I really have to get a bus. For example, I mentioned in my last live stream, for example, if I wanted to go see my granny and other family members who live not too far away from me, I'd have to get the bus because where they live, there's no train station, so I have to get the bus. So yeah, not a big fan of the buses. The PEPs are old. TfL are still using 4315s on the Liverpool Street to Shenfield route in the evening. Oh, are they still using the 315s? I didn't actually realise that 345A. Because when I went on that route, it was coming up 3 years ago now. It was a 345. And yeah, spoilers, when I do go down to London, the Elizabeth line will be the first thing I do because I can't not wait to ride the Elizabeth line. And it's not a tube line. Did anybody else watch Jeff Marshall's vlog tonight? And that guy who almost called it a tube line. I'm like, it's not a bloody tube line. Yeah, they are old 345 berries. Probably why they're having problems with them, to be honest with you. But yeah, Merseyrail put up tweets saying they're having problems with their trains, much to everyone's annoyance if they live up the area. Yeah. Ruben, that guy was practically calling it a tube line. I'm like, oh god. Even Jeff said himself, oh, that's not a tube line. One of my upcoming trips involves buses, but I've decided to use them anyway just to get around while I'm visiting. Fair enough. Yeah, no buses for me. Even if I went to London, I'm still not a big fan of the buses. Who here actually likes buses? I'm just intrigued now. Who actually in the chat actually likes buses? Because I'm not a big fan of them. Trams, on the other hand, which are basically buses on track, you could probably call it. Trams, I actually do like a tram, to be fair. And I do actually want to do... And I've heard this as well. Apparently, the West Midlands Metro, they were supposed to reintroduce services, but apparently they've been stopped again. What on earth? Could they make up their bloody mind or what? If they're gonna reintroduce if they're gonna reintroduce the tram service on the West Midlands, they're supposed to be opening new extensions as well to Five Ways and Edgbaston and Wolverhampton Station and what was the other place? Down to Merry Hill as well. And I'm like, oh sorry, we're still having problems with our trams. Oh, for God's sake, it'll be booming. I tell you, it'll be booming in 10 years' time when I eventually do the West Midlands Metro. Yeah, I was going to say actually, Ruben, Commonwealth Games as well. The only benefits that have happened so far in the West Midlands, and I tell you, this is, some people probably agree with me this one. The only benefits in the West Midlands recently are, there's two of them, is Perry Bars reopened, and I actually filmed a vlog of that on Friday. Then obviously them Crewe to Stoke-on-Trent services have been rerouted to help the future stations of Darlaston and Winnerhall. But even though Darlaston and Winnerhall, they haven't started construction yet. So they're saying, they might be opening next year. But then I'm thinking they've got the hopes up a bit if they've not even started construction on the stations. And then now they're saying they're having problems with the West Midlands Metro. Yeah, it's literally the Commonwealth Games are supposed to be coming to Birmingham next month, yet they're still struggling with their transport system. They are. Even with West Midlands Railway now, they're still having, particularly on weekends and during school holidays, they're still having cancellations. They are, because of supposedly staff shortages. And I do apologise if anybody from West Midlands Railway or Avanti West Coast is watching. This is not aimed at this is not aimed at the staff personally. This is just my thoughts in general, because I know there's actually a few members of staff which do watch the vlogs, and I don't mean offence to you. That's just my personal opinion of how it's all going down. Yes, 4 of them in the evenings. Most trains on the Liverpool Street to Shenfield line in the 345, same as Abbeywood to Paddington and Paddington to Heathrow and Reading. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't realise there's any still in service. Funniest one was the Network Rail deleting a tweet on Twitter after Black Lives Matter. I saw that. That was absolutely hilarious. Deleting a tweet after all the backlash. Oh, that was hilarious, that was. Yeah, I do like the trams. I'd probably say my favourite travelling would probably be... I'm probably going to have to say Blackpool. Mainly because it's the one I've been on the most, and I do like how it runs by the sea as well. I would actually say Blackpool is my favourite tramway, I would. And then I'd probably say... Edinburgh, and then Manchester, because they're the 3 tramway links I've done. But I've only done a tiny bit of Manchester's, and this was years ago now. It was. But yeah, I'm going to avoid Birmingham when it's the Commonwealth Games because it's going to be absolutely hectic. Thanks so much for the 10 thumbs up, guys. Make sure you guys continue to give me a thumbs up and a shout out. Would appreciate it. I don't mind buses, but I rarely get one. The vintage bus garage here in Glasgow has open days that are well worth a visit. Trains and trams are buses, bus food. Yeah, I didn't realise until I saw your Twitter the other day, Colin, that you're from Scotland. That's cool. But yeah, that sounds interesting. Trains and trams are better, but yeah, I've never been a big fan of buses. Yeah, that's the thing as well with all with the threat of now strike action, because obviously they all want women better pay, but then we've now got the strike action, and unfortunately it's the passengers which get affected by all of this. Obviously today and tomorrow we've also got a tube strike as well, which is a bit annoying, especially if you live down in London. That'd be a total nightmare, because they've already said that services are going to be extremely busy. But the only problem is, because also the Commonwealth Games are during the summer holidays. What happens when they've got train cancellations? Are they just going to leave 500 people behind on the platform when they cancel half a dozen trains? Because that's actually happened before. I've actually seen pictures recently of when it all goes wrong, of like sheer people like overcrowded trains, and they said that people don't use the trains anymore. They're bloody liars, because people do use the trains. And if you think about it, the levels of passengers are starting to return to pre-pandemic levels of Italian now, to be fair, because I'll give you an example on the Crewe to London Euston route. When I was travelling there on Friday, I read on the app that one of the trains, and bear in mind this is actually an 8-carriage train, I saw on it, and it said, this train is full and standing from Tamworth. I was like, oh god, it's full and standing from Tamworth, and it's still got to pick up at Nuneaton, Rugby and Milton Keynes. Maybe not so much Milton Keynes, because you can get a few more trains down to London from there, but it's still got to pick up at Nuneaton and Rugby, which are also popular stops if you're going down to London, and the train's already full and standing after it's left Tamworth. Christ almighty. I'm glad I wasn't on that one, because my train was pretty much all the seats were taken as well when I got one back from, spoilers, Rugeley. Yeah, the only reason I was actually in Rugeley the other day was actually there to change trains when I went to Perry Bar. So hopefully, if there's going to be any strike action, it won't be during the week of the Commonwealth Games. And usually, they kind of have a set date for this strike action, so then obviously you can avoid travelling on them dates, to be honest. Basically. I'm going down tomorrow to see if they've got the train voice list. That's cool. But yeah. Yeah, exactly, Ruben. As long as because the thing is, we've seen Saturdays. Saturdays, in my opinion, is actually the busiest day of the week for travelling by train. And I say this because I know people are probably going to say, Sam, it's busy in peak time. Yes, it is. But actually, Saturday, would you believe this? In my opinion, is actually the busiest day of the week for travelling by train, which is why I try and avoid travelling on a Saturday. And the reason why Saturday is busiest is because leisure travel. There's actually, I'd probably say there's more people now using the trains for leisure than there was, because like most people obviously like especially going towards like the big cities like Coventry, Birmingham and stuff like that, them trains can get real busy. They can do. and down towards London. In my opinion, Saturday is actually probably now the busiest day of the week for trains. It is. Because obviously it's full of leisure travellers. Even though people are not really working, that's also people basically be going shopping like in the big cities and leisure travel, especially during the summer as well. Maybe not so much in the winter, but in the summer especially. Which is why I try and avoid travelling on Saturdays at all costs. Because Monday to Friday is busy, but in my opinion it's not as busy as Saturdays, because during off-peak, between about 9 AM and about 4 PM, the trains are actually really quite quiet during the day. Monday to Friday they are, to be fair. They're really quite quiet. But where Saturdays, really busy. Sundays isn't as bad, but still quite busy compared to Monday and Friday. The tube strike was today, but there'll be more to... Yeah. I'm going to have to make sure I'm going to be down in London when there's no blooming tube strike. Just as well, yeah. Because I was about to say, Ruben, actually, because you watched, they'd actually blooming choose a Saturday to strike as well. And I don't know why, because it's not the passengers' fault. They should be blaming the government, not the passengers. They should be. So if they're going to strike on Saturdays, because Northern have done this in the past, they used to strike on blooming Saturdays. I was like, and this was also on the run up to Christmas. I'm like, are they targeting Christmas shoppers or something by striking on a Saturday? And I'm like, it's not even the passengers' fault. And yet they decided to strike on the busiest day of the year. And on the run up to Christmas as well. This was, oh God, when was this now? 2018? This was. And then to cut a long story short, Northern didn't have enough staff to run trains on a Sunday. So I'm like, are Northern seriously not going to run a train all weekend? I go out on Saturdays on a train. Yeah, exactly. Saturday is really busy. 7 in the morning on Saturday seems to be quite... I bet it would be at that time, Ruben. If you set off early, I would reckon it's busy. Because there's the thing. If you're travelling at 7 o'clock in the morning towards Birmingham on a Monday to Friday, the trains are actually going to be quite busy because it'll be full of people going to work. Whereas 7 o'clock on a Saturday or a bank holiday would be quite quiet because people want to bloody lie in, don't they? So people are like, nah, we're not going to get the train till 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's completely the opposite. On Mondays to Fridays, the quietest times would probably be between about 9 AM and 4. But whereas on Saturdays, the quiet time would probably be just before 9 AM. Because then people, when it starts to build up with people going out for like the afternoon or whatever. I would probably agree with that, actually. You always on the Elizabeth line says 3 for my boy. Yeah, they do, Ruben. They seem to annoy the passengers. Like, I am one for supporting the strikes, to be honest with you, because I get it. They do want a better like payment for all the hard work they do. It's just, in my opinion, the R&T they annoy the passengers, and that's why I'm not a huge supporter of them. I'd probably say 50-50. Yes, it's good intentions for the strikes because they need the benefit of the doubt to get this extra cash or whatever. But it's the annoying passengers bit which I don't like, when they announce that they're going to do a strike on a Saturday or popular date. That's the bit that annoys me. It does. Yeah, Southwestern Rail. I actually remember that. Actually, yeah, on strike for 27 days, Christmas 2019. I remember that. Jesus. Is it busy then 3 for 5 days? Because round here, if you get the train to Birmingham, because Because I've done it before on a Saturday. It can be full and standing the time it reaches Birmingham New Street, the train's from. And cross country, the bumming turbo stars. I just don't understand how cross country can run a 2-3 car service on a, especially 2 carriages. I just don't understand why cross country run 2 carriages on a Birmingham New Street to Stansted Airport via Leicester route. And I don't, because personally they should run a Voyager on that route, even though the platforms are probably not long enough. Personally, they should run a Voyager on that route. And apparently it's on Twitter, it's a crime to have sympathy for passengers affected by strikes. I got into loads of arguments with supporters back in 2019. Yeah, I try not to, I try to keep my nose out that business, to be honest with you. Like, I try not to get involved in anybody's democracies or dramas, to be fair. But yeah. And they should have sympathy for the passengers, because at the end of the day, they're running a train service for the passengers, not for them personally themselves. They're not running a train service for the bloody government, basically. The government have all their fancy cars and private jets. They're not running a train service for the government. They're running a train service for the passengers. So much for Boris Johnson trying to... actually, we're not going to go political. No politics. We're not going to mention him. But yeah, we'll stick to the train subject. But yeah, the strikes, I'm 50-50. They're for a good reason, but the effects are lethal. Yeah, especially cross country stuff. Yeah, in my opinion, Ruben, they should run Voyagers on them routes. It's just, I'm hoping that when Avanti eventually get their new trains, that the other Voyagers are actually going to go to cross country. So Avanti's current Voyagers, I'm hoping that when Avanti finally get their new bi-mode trains, I'm hoping that cross country's Voyagers should actually go to I'm hoping that Avanti's Voyagers should actually go to cross country, because they need them. And apparently they're getting rid of the HSTs as well, because apparently, even despite the improvements, the HSTs are not fit for the current railway industry. Apparently they're not good enough for disabled passengers, apparently. Yet they've still got the 153s running, which are not that friendly either. Not too bad in the Elizabeth line. Yeah, the Elizabeth line's, how busy has that got actually? Has it been proven popular 345A? Like, because I'm not from the area. Do like all the regular commuters use it? Obviously to get to like Canary Wharf and all that lot from central London. ScotRail still have their temporary timetable, but hopefully they can start things out with... Yeah, hopefully so, Colin. Had a Voyager at Leicester back in March. Well, congratulations, cross country. That's something. At least put a Voyager on that day, but it's just the problem is the platforms are too short at what other stations on that route. Hinkley, Narborough and South Wigston, the platforms are too short. You'll be alright at Nuneaton and maybe even Coastal Parkway you'll be alright, but Hinkley, Narborough, South Wigston, I think the platforms are too short for a 5-car or 4-car Voyager. You can only just about fit the 3 carriages in. Because the funny thing is, that tweet that you shared the other day, actually, Ruben, as well, of the East Midlands Railway have obviously got them Class 180s, and apparently they're going to be running the Skegness Summer Saturday services from Derby to Skegness. But I was trying not to laugh at this. I'm like, aren't the platforms too short for them trains? Because aren't they like 5 or 7 carriages against? I'm like, and it's usually typically 158s and I'm like, aren't the platforms too short? Water Orchard is a bit short. Yeah, I was actually going to say, actually, Water Autumn's quite short. I think you can only fit... You might be able to squeeze a 4-car Voyager on. I don't know though. Because then again, I don't typically venture up that way that much. I haven't been to Leicester in quite a while actually. I should actually do some more filming in the East Midlands at some point. Also, you'll be going nowhere. On the weekend, every train is a 345 on the Liverpool Street to Shenfield route. Also, they don't put any of the 315s on a weekend then. Fair enough. The Elizabeth line is very popular now. It's open. More people seem to use the Elizabeth line rather than the tube, but there's still a lot of people using the tube. I think as well, I think the Central line will actually benefit from this a bit more as well, especially when later this year when they all connect up to each other, because the Central line is actually, especially when Bond Street runs, because effectively from Bond Street to down to Stratford, the Elizabeth line is effectively going to become an express Central line service technically. And it's the same, I was going to say, it's the same with the sub-service routes, especially down to Whitechapel from Paddington, and maybe even Ealing Broadway as well actually. The Elizabeth line is effectively going to be an express sub-service route as well. So I think it actually will knock a bit of the passengers off the tube lines, which would be good. The only problem is, if they do knock off all the passengers from the tube lines, it's only going to make the Elizabeth line full and standing throughout. I hate full and standing trains. That's the only thing. And basically, if I do see on the app these days that the train's been advertised as full and standing, I'll try my best not to get on that train, if that makes sense. If I have no choice, obviously I'll have to get on it. But if one of the trains on the app, because on the London North Western app, they say if the train, and this is actually quite helpful what they do, so thumbs up to London North Western and West Midlands for me. At least you actually make your app useful. They actually say when the trains are busy, and I actually will give them full credit for that. That is actually a really good feature. The only feature you need to do now, London North Western and West Midlands, is get your trains listed on Know Your Train on RTT, because then I can avoid travelling on the crappy old 352s. They need to, they need to put London North Western and West Midlands on RTT. And by the way, guys, we are doing a Q&A as well, not Sam Vance for trains for 10 hours. So if you've got any Q&A questions, feel free to put them in my chat. And I see the thumbs up are creeping up now, so make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up. Let's try and get to 15 thumbs up. And share me out as well, it would be appreciated. And if you guys are just coming in, I've got no glasses because they're kind of broke. Well, I asked one missed. I see 2 people came in. Hello, I'm Calm Natural 247. Welcome, thanks for coming in. And then, hey Spiky, welcome, thanks for coming in. Do hope you're doing okay. Are there any stations you want to try filming at that you haven't visited before? Yes, Peterborough is one of them. I actually really want to do Peterborough because Peterborough has got loads of variety. And I want to try and get Peterborough filmed this year. I do. I don't know when, but I want to try and do it this year. Do you dare go into the sea when this is this summer? Well, I've got to be careful a bit, Ruben, because I can't swim. But I do try and paddle my feet a little bit. The problem is, half the time these days, when I go to the beach, the tide is all the way bloody out. And I can't be blooming bothered to walk all the way 10 miles up the blooming coast. But me and my mum are actually going on a holiday. We are in July. And I've got that to look forward to. And we should be visiting the beach. I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm going. Or when I'm going. But I will have a holiday coming up very, very soon. And it's going to be exciting. It is. I'll be able to get some footage. Because I'm hoping. Because I know Coronach actually is the areas I want to film. But yes. Because actually, I'm actually going to do something a little bit railway related whilst I'm down on this little holiday as well. And that's going to come up in July. But if London North Western Railway did that, there'd be spoilers to ask what trains. It's live streams. That is a thought actually, Ruben. But I kind of do want them to put it on Know Your Trains because they're one of the few operators now which haven't put actually their numbers on RTT. What's the matter? 1 second. Forgive me for that, guys. Just my mum accidentally spilled cleaning fluid in the cat's water bowl, so had to go help her out quickly and try and empty it. Right, what else did we miss? What did I miss from the last chat? Where did I get to? Just as long as there's no sharks or anything like that. Gah, no sharks. Yeah, oops. Thankfully, it's all resolved now. She was cleaning the bath because she's in the bath, and then she accidentally spills cleaning fluid in the cat water bowl. Whoops. What did I miss? Quite true about the HSD trains. They're not very wheelchair friendly, as the non-refurbished doors have ones have manual doors, and the gap is quite long now. The HSD, which is not suitable for for wheel. Yeah, that's actually the thing, to be fair. But they did get electric doors. It was a few years back now. They did actually get electric doors. In fact, I think it was 2019. It was. But I don't know, because I think if they do get rid of the HSTs, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna cry. God. What else was I supposed to say? But yeah. Oh yeah, but I will miss the HSTs when I do eventually get cross country. I've still got a few HSTs, and then Great Western Railway got their Castle Class ones. If you guys didn't see my Castle Class Great Western Railway review, make sure you watch after the live stream because it was a good one. And then I think ScotRail still got some HSTs as well. But I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Wouldn't Jerry try to feed Tom Clinton? No. Oh, that's good then. Trying to put Football Fan DVD. I saw that was the thing actually. They weren't stopping at South Kensington, and South Kensington's a popular stop on the tube. Because I've actually used South Kensington tube station a fair few times. Because that's by where the museums is as well. So at least the Piccadilly line is stopping there again now. And then there's still a few slam doors on cross country, I think. No, they've all gone on the cross country now. They're all electric doors now. I don't think there's any slam door HSTs now, no. Because even Great Western Railway hasn't got any. Has ScotRail got some? I think Colin might know this. Has ScotRail still got slam doors on the HSTs, or is it electric doors? ScotRail have Intercity 7 HSTs, although we have 8 city now. They're all electric. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, 345A, they're all electric doors now on cross countries, ScotRails and GWRs. They're all electric now, there's no slam doors anymore. But yeah. But I will miss the HSTs when we go, to be fair. And it would actually be nice to do a... it would be nice to see a ScotRail HST, because I've never actually seen a ScotRail one. I've seen Great Westerns and I've seen cross countries. And to be fair, I do actually, the cross country, I do actually like the HSTs, because it's kind of cool. But when I've got HST on, there's more space, there's more seating and stuff like that. Because when I went on a cross country HST back in February, it was actually quite quieter than your bog standard Voyager. So I'd probably actually say my favourite thing about cross country is the HSTs, to be fair. Yeah, I did actually as well. 345A. Greater Anglia did have HST before we got the 745s, and was it Greater Anglia which also had the it was the Pretendolino Virgin at the time. Before we had Sex and became Avanti, they actually had a Pretendolino 43 HST to replace the Pendolino that got involved in the Grey Rig incident, and I'm sure that one went to Greater Anglia as well, didn't it? I remember that. I'm not sure what the set number was, but I knew that one did come from Virgin. I think it did go over to Greater Anglia. Make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up. It really does help the live stream out. And give me a shout out as well. I would appreciate it. Let's see if we can get some more people in the live stream tonight. The HSTs, it's a bit of a quieter live stream tonight, actually. Maybe Monday night's not the best night to do a live stream. I might do them maybe next time I might do it a bit later on in the week. Maybe a Friday night. Because Friday night was quite popular, I don't know. But Monday night seemed to be a bit quieter for the live streams nowadays. So, this may be the end of Monday Night Lives. I may stop doing them on Mondays now and push them back to... Because even I think Wednesday does better as well. I might actually think about changing a date of the live streams, and not because... But I've done them on Mondays for the longest time, but I've noticed over the past couple of months that Mondays typically seem to be a bit quieter for the live streams, so I may postpone live streams to later on in the week. I might do them now, because I've always done these Q&As on a Monday as well. Yeah, I noticed that, Ruben. Thursday actually seems to be quite a popular date for a live stream. I might do my next one on a Thursday, Ben. Not this Thursday, but they'll probably be next, not this Thursday, the Thursday after maybe. Because Thursday does do quite well, because that Thursday night live I did, the other week did quite well. I know I did one on Wednesday last week as well, and that did quite well. I just think Monday's not the best night to do a live stream, to be fair. It's all good. We learn things as we go along. The HST trains I'll miss, especially since I've done much of them growing up near them. Yeah. Are they, Ruben? I wonder how long we're going to be there for. Because that'd be actually cool to see them if I do go into the East Midlands. and do some filming at Leicester Station. That would actually be interesting to see one of them. Because I didn't actually realise that there's one of the coaches is stable just at Leicester, so I do wonder how long they're going to be there. But yeah, I didn't realise that. I've seen people say that the Night Riviera coaches are still slammed door, but not 100% sure if that's still the case. On Great Western Railway, I'm not actually too sure. I don't actually know because I've not even done. I'd love to do a sleeper train one day, but I've never actually done the Night Riviera, so I don't really know that one. The HST, yeah, and that is probably the reason 345 Bay why they're going is because they're supposedly not disabled friendly, which is fair enough at the end of the day because they do want to make Britain's railways accessible as well because hopefully one day all UK stations will have step-free access as well. Because I've been saying for the longest time as well that Rugeley Trent Valley actually needs to get a new footbridge with lifts, in my opinion. Because the one there, I walked across it the other day. It's starting to pretty fall apart. Yeah, so I personally think at Rugeley Trent Valley they need a new footbridge with lifts. They do, and it would be nice if they actually extended the platforms as well to fit 8-carriage trains. But I don't know because Rugeley Trent Valley is one of the few stations which is still not step-free access. Still not got step-free access. Well, besides platform 3 anyway. But if you couldn't climb stairs, you couldn't get a train from Rugeley Trent Valley. Oh, and it still stands Salon Door. Okay, I didn't. So okay, then Great Western Rail still does have some Salon Door Night Riviera trains. So that's good then. That's cool. I wonder how long that will last. Because I thought they would have put electric doors by now because they don't even run a HST on Caledonian Sleeper anymore. Did they used to run HSTs back in the day? Or have I got that completely wrong? Did Caledonian? I thought I didn't know, did they? I know they don't need anymore, but that's a question for people in the chat. Did Caledonian Sleeper used to run HSTs on the sleeper services? Because I'm sure I remember seeing the HST once. I don't know. I know they don't anymore, but I'm not sure if they used to. I didn't see the Pretender Arena past Shenfield in years. I don't think I've ever seen the Pretender Arena. If I have, I don't remember it, but I don't think I've ever seen it. I know it got withdrawn from service in 2014, but I didn't even have a YouTube channel back then. But I don't remember ever seeing a Pretender Arena, even when Virgin used to operate them. Yeah, it does. Because Kidsgrove got a brand new snazzy footbridge with lifts, and that's good now. And then they also do need to do Stone as well. Stone needs a new footbridge with lifts. I'm not 100% sure if they'd actually ever extend them platforms at Stone and Kidsgrove, to be honest with you, because I'm thinking that is effectively going to become a local stopper service because they only run 4-carriage trains on that route. They do. On the Birmingham District Cruise services, and I think they are actually going to become, as I said in my vlog, I think them services are effectively going to become a local stopper service because hopefully they reinstate services at Barlaston. What's the matter? But yeah. So that service is going to become practically a local stopper, so I'm not sure if they'll ever extend the platforms on that route, but certainly at Atherstone and Rugeley Trent Valley, personally, I think they do. Atherstone has got step-free access because you go through the subway, but personally, I think they do need to extend the platform to Atherstone and Rushden Trent Valley, because they've been running 8-carriage trains down that route now for about 3 or 4 years now, because they started to do it even before the pandemic even started, because that route is so popular, particularly when they changed it to run Stafford to West. That route is actually really quite popular. So this was a decision they made just before the pandemic started. I think it might have been late 2019 they started running 8-carriage trains on that route, and then it's just all permanently 8 carriages now. Most of them are now. They still run the odd one with 4 carriages, but they're mostly all 8 carriages. Oh, and Mark, welcome, thanks for coming in. Do you hope you're doing okay? Has it always had a local haul, has it? I wasn't sure. I thought they'd run a HST once on it, I don't know. But yeah. Probably more of Network Rail standard. I think they're the ones that they just typically put at all the stations, to be fair. They do. Because, I say that because a few stations don't have Stanner ones. I was thinking to myself, I don't think Stourbridge Junction has a Stanner. I think it has an Oakland. It does? Okay, well, okay, Mark, thanks so much for that. Do appreciate it. But yeah. Atherstone and Rushden do need to have their platforms extended, in my opinion, to fit 8 carriages. Because all the other stations on Rush just them two. Because there's still people which actually sit in the wrong half of the train when they want to get off at Atherstone and Rushden. The amount of people which are like, oh sugar, damn, I'm in the wrong part of the train, I need to quickly move through. There's actually, I'm pretty sure there's actually a guy once, I was on the train home, and the next stop was Rushden Trent Valley, and I'm pretty sure he was actually, I think he actually ended up missing his stop because he was in the wrong half of the train. He was, because he was trying to run through it, and the train was already in the platform. I think that's half the time why the trains get held up at the Atherstone and Rushden as well, because people in the wrong half of the bloody train. And they're like, oh, no, stop, don't let the train leave. Yeah, I'm in the wrong half of the train. That has generally happened. I'm pretty certain one time I saw one guy that actually missed the stop because he was in the wrong half of the train. Thanks very much for the 15 thumbs up, all. I do appreciate it. Make sure, if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up and a shout out. I would appreciate it. I noticed St Pancras Thameslink platforms has a notice left. That's cool. Yeah, I think there is some other lists, but most of them, yeah, 345 Berry are just bog standard train station standards. At the end of the day, it's a lift, so it does provide step-free access. I know it's probably not the best lift in the world for lift enthusiasts like yourself, but at the end of the day, it provides step-free access, which is a good thing. I just hope that Perry Bar Station, now they've got a new snazzy station, I'm just hoping, because obviously Birmingham, some of the outer skirts can be a bit crappy, that the station doesn't all of a sudden stink of pee, and that no, I was gonna say wee, and hopefully the lift doesn't start to smell like wee, and hopefully the station doesn't get covered in offensive graffiti, cough cough, Landywood. I was trying not to. I don't think I've actually included in that. I was debating whether or not to include this graffiti I saw at Landywood in my vlog last year. But in the shout at Landywood, there are some really offensive women graffiti. And this was really offensive. Like, this was basically slacking off. I think this was basically slacking off all the people that believed in. I'm not giving on. Yeah, it was really offensive. Parts of it were racist as well. I actually reported it to West Midlands Railway, so hopefully that graffiti has been cleaned up at Landywood now. But Jesus Christ! What? Why? Has it got graffiti on it?
In the toilet. On the mirror, someone's drawn a hairy...
Oh yeah! In one of the toilets on the 352s, and I don't know which number this actually is, there's actually, in the disabled toilet, there's actually, someone's drawn a penis with hairs on it.
I was beeping out.
Sorry if you're eating any food. Please accept my sincere apology. Yeah, I ate that caramel bar which you ate. My mum ate. I bought a chocolate bar from Asda, and my mum eats it.
Actually, I only ate 4 squares.
You ate half of it. Oakland is owned by Otis. Oakland are no longer trading it. Oh, they're not. I didn't realise that. You know more than me with the lifts. A lot of companies install network rail, major, smaller, but yeah. My mum says she might record a lift for you on her channel 345B. Draw a little sister. You mean Ruben? It wasn't me. Can you just see me? I draw. Yeah, it was definitely me. Yeah, it was definitely me. I definitely did that graffiti. To be fair, I know that Christmas graffiti, and I don't usually condone graffiti, and that Christmas graffiti was actually cool. They had. It must have been the same person, but Simon traded a short on one of the trains that had been graffitied at Rouge Trent Valley, and it was a different set because at Stone I saw another set which had also had similar graffiti. So the same guy or whoever it was must have graffitied 2 different trains with Christmas graffiti on the run up to Christmas last year. Because as much as I don't really condone the graffiti, I actually kind of like that graffiti. It was actually quite cool. It's just, in my opinion, there should actually be somewhere on the railways which actually there's. I think there should be some sort of board where you should actually be allowed to graffiti. In my opinion, because I think some graffiti is cool, but there's some of it which is bad. Yeah, I think there should actually be a designated spot where, or like some sort of thing like where people could actually go ahead and do graffiti. They could do not offensive graffiti, like cool graffiti, like that. For example, that Christmas graffiti. I think there should actually be some sort of workshop or something where it could be done. To be fair. What list? I don't know yet. 345B. But yeah, that Christmas graffiti was cool. But again, I don't condone the graffiti. Going to Cyber Trade's video, the new Western station has slightly unusual lifts where the 2 sets of doors are 90 degrees at each other. Ah, that actually sounds interesting. Right, I see. Who's the other person that's in the chat? I see 4 people in the chat, but only 3 chatting. So who's the other person? I want to be. Someone's got me in background. I don't know who. It might even be my mum. I'm not sure if my mum still got me running, but there's a 4th person that's in here which is not chatting. But yeah, I saw that colour, and that was quite cool actually. Some unusual lifts. I think 345B started me getting into blooming lifts now, because when I was doing that tour of Perry Bar Station, I showed everyone the lift. Have you seen the viral chip shop in Coventry? Yes! And the funny thing is, it's actually quite local to where my mum used to live. Binley Mega Chippy. Binley Mega Chip. Will you ever go to Binley Mega Chippy? Probably not. You guys are gonna make me have it in my head now. Binley Mega Chippy. Binley Mega. Lol. I was trying not to find it funny because Joe Dudman, and is he called Joe Dudman? Another lad from the West Midlands actually said to Avanti, "Oh, shall we get it called Billy Mega Chippy?" A plaque on one of the trains. Oh, that was funny, that was. It would be, but that's the thing. Because it's not actually in Coventry, it's in Binley, which is on the edge of Coventry. So I would actually have to go catch a bus. Ian might like that. He likes his buses. I've actually seen people do videos, though, of them going to Binley Mega Chippy. Well. But no, I'm probably not going to go Binley Mega Chippy. But yeah. If anybody has got any more questions, feel free to put that in the live chat. And we have got someone lurking. We have, because it says there's 4 in here, but only 3 chatting, which is, I see 345 Bay, Ruben, and Colin. Who's the 4th person? But yeah, I am honestly thinking maybe I shouldn't do live streams on a Monday anymore because they seem to be quite dead. Although we have had, technically, we've had 15 people in here, basically, if there's 15 likes, unless people have liked me on multiple accounts. We have. Technically, we've had 15 in here, so that will do. It's just people have left. And we've only had 31 views. It's been a bit crappy. 31. Oh, it'll do. TikTok of all places. I know. It would have been better if it was a YouTube trend. If it was a YouTube trend, I might have taken part, but TikTok, Jesus. Oh well, Tico would have a chance to do his effing and blinder before after and have to eat it. Oh well, he would do. But yeah. If anybody else got any more questions, feel free to put them in the live chat. I want to see if is anybody else alive? Because I feel like 101 people are alive at the same time as me. Someone's got a premiere. 2 people alive. 3. 4. 6. Oh, bloody hell. Apparently there's 6 people. Apparently there's 6 other people on live besides me and 1 person premiering. According to people I'm subscribed to anyway. There needs to be a YouTube trend though. Then I might participate in it. Now my chat's grouped up to 6 but nobody else is chatting. Because that makes sense, doesn't it? But yeah, if anybody's got any more questions, feel free to put them in the live chat. I've noticed at least 1 stream taking place at the same time this evening. Is that on your end? Because obviously we'd subscribe to different people. I'm subscribed to a fair few people. But 7. It says on my end there's 6 people on live and 1 person premiering on my end. But it says there's 1 other person streaming. Yeah. It's not 3 for 5, but I don't typically really do the live streams in the morning. Sometimes I'll do the occasional on location live in the morning, but most of the time I pretty much do my lives in the evenings. So, but I try and do them in the afternoon because I say because there's actually audience from the States and that, but there's mainly been people from the UK in here tonight. I think there's been like maybe 2 or 3 that are from over in the States, but mainly people in the UK actually. It's from your subscriptions. Do you have a favourite video that you've made so far this year, regardless of the views, etc.? Yeah. And the video is probably... If we're talking ones that have been released, I'd probably say I enjoyed making the video, and this one did actually do well. I actually probably say I enjoyed making the video on regular services return on the Wolverhampton to Walsall direct line, and that one did get a fair few views. But I actually really enjoyed making that one. I did. I think it was quite cool just because it was a new piece of track for me as well that I was writing on. So I actually kind of enjoyed making that book, and that one actually did do quite well. What's the most expensive fast food order you've had? Oh God, I don't know, because it must have been when I've had family round, but I think it was close to £100, and I don't know where it was from either. But I think it was a family were with me. I don't know, it might have been even just Chinese, I don't know, but I think it was close to £100. And if we're talking, what's the most expensive restaurant order? I know this one actually. One time I was in the pub with my granddad, and this was ages ago now because he passed away a few years ago. And the bill, I kid you not, and he was paying for it as well. There's a fair few family members in the pub, and I actually remember this now because I was actually shocked. I'm pretty certain the bill was. Yeah, I know it. Have a guess. How much was the most expensive meal in a restaurant I've ever had? Have a guess. It was more than 100. It was in the hundreds, and my granddad paid for it. Bless him. It was more than 100. Cause I was shocked. Close to 100, but dirty evil Robin. But yeah, one time I was yeah, Colin got it. I don't know the exact amount, but I remember it being around 150 because all my family were like, bloody hell, Jesus. But it was about £150. I don't know the exact amount, but it was around 150 because I knew it was over 100. It was about 150. But this was going back years ago now. I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm glad I didn't have to pay that bill. Oh, well. It wasn't that posh though, 3 for 5 Bay. I think it was because there was loads of us there. Yeah. Actually, I remember it was the Harvester. Harvester it was, which is, I wouldn't call the Harvester posh, but £150. Jesus Christ. The dirty, evil Robin. Gosh. But as I said, I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it. But yeah. I'm probably going to wrap the live stream up, to be fair now. I haven't been on long compared to other live streams, but there's only really us 3 chatting in there now. I don't know who the 4th person is that's in the background lurking. But I'm going to end it here. I don't know when the next live will be. I'll announce it prior to it taking place, but I am probably going to wrap it up now. So I hope everybody enjoyed my live stream. If they did, make sure they give me a big thumbs up on the way out. Would appreciate it. And then also, if you want to become a member, I do offer memberships as well. The join button's down there, completely optional. But if you want to look at the perks I offer, click the join button down there. Completely optional, but just thought I'd advertise that. And Colin, thanks very much for the super chat. I do appreciate the thumbs up. Thanks very much for that, Colin. That's really kind of you. And then yeah, I do appreciate that, Colin, the super chat. What am I doing to my hair? Jeez. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe as well. And have the bell for all notifications. My next subscriber goal will be 2,000. It's a long way off, but we'll get there eventually. And yeah, have the bell for all notifications so you never miss another video or the live stream. I do appreciate that super chat, Colin. Very, very kind of you. And then yeah, take care, everybody. Bye, all guys. I'll catch everyone in the next live stream. Bye, guys. Peace out. Oh, and there's a video tomorrow. It's going to be oh, what's it tomorrow? Oh, All to the Edge, trains at All to the Edge railway station. Right, take care, everybody. Bye, all guys. Peace out.